Imagine a prehistoric battlefield where the ground shakes not from thunder, but from the steady tread of a living tank clad in nature's toughest armor. Picture a creature lumbering across a sun-scorched plain, its back a fortress of bony plates, its tail a deadly club capable of shattering bone. What kind of dinosaur could wield such formidable defenses? Welcome to the late Cretaceous period, approximately 68 to 66 million years ago, a time when the Earth was warming, its landscapes shifting toward the end of the dinosaur age. The climate was temperate to subtropical, with vast plains, river valleys, and woodlands stretching across what is now western North America. Towering conifers and flowering plants dotted the terrain, while the air hummed with the buzz of insects and the calls of distant pterosaurs. Today, we're journeying deep into this ancient world to meet the Ankylosaurus, a heavily armored herbivore whose name means fused lizard, a testament to its unyielding resilience. How did this armored titan survive the perils of its time? Let's uncover the story of Ankylosaurus, piecing together its life from fossil fragments and the vivid imaginations of those who seek to bring it back to life. Appearance and behavior. Ankylosaurus was a marvel of natural engineering, a walking fortress from the late Cretaceous. Adults reached lengths of about 25 to 35 feet, 7.5 to 10.5 meters, and stood around 5.6 feet, 1.7 meters, tall at the hips, comparable to a small car in length and a tall man in height. Estimates suggest it weighed between 4 to 8 tons, roughly the weight of a modern rhinoceros. Its most striking feature was its armor, a mosaic of bony plates or osteoderms, embedded in its leathery skin, covering its back, sides, and even parts of its head. These plates, some as large as dinner plates, were interspersed with smaller nodules and spikes, offering protection for predators. Its skull was broad and flat, reinforced with bony ridges, and equipped with a beak-like mouth for cropping plants, backed by leaf-shaped teeth for grinding. The tail ended in a massive club, formed by two large osteoderms fused into a hammer-like structure, capable of delivering devastating blows. Behaviorally, Ankylosaurus was a solitary or semi-solitary creature, relying on its armor rather than speed. Paleontologist Dr. Kenneth Carpenter from Utah State University Eastern Prehistoric Museum observes its clubtail was a weapon of last resort, designed to deter attackers with a single, powerful swing. Moving at a slow pace of about 6 miles per hour, 10 kilometers per hour, it lumbered across the plains, its low center of gravity and wide legs providing stability. Its small brain, no bigger than a walnut, suggested limited problem-solving skills, but its physical adaptations made it a formidable survivor. When threatened, it likely lowered its body to the ground, presenting an impenetrable wall of armor, its club tail poised to strike. Habitat and environment. Ankylosaurus roamed the Hell Creek Formation and equivalent strata in western North America, including Montana, South Dakota, and Alberta, Canada. This region, 68 million years ago, featured open woodlands, river valleys, and floodplains, transitioning from the lush Jurassic forest to a more diverse ecosystem. Flowering plants like magnolias and sycamores mingled with conifers and ferns, creating a rich food source. The climate was warm and seasonal, with wet summers and drier winters, supporting a thriving plant life that sustained herbivores. Yet, this paradise harbored dangers. Predators like Tyrannosaurus rex, with its bone-crushing jaws, and Dromaeosaurus, with its slashing claws, posed constant threats. Competition came from other armored dinosaurs, such as Euoplocephalus, and fellow herbivores like Triceratops, which grazed the same plains. Ankylosaurus likely fed on low-lying vegetation, ferns, cycads, and early fruits, using its beak to snip plants close to the ground. Fossil evidence suggests it may have waded into shallow rivers to cool off or reach aquatic plants, its armor protecting it from waterlogged hazards. The late Cretaceous was a dynamic ecosystem where Ankylosaurus played a defensive role. Its feeding habits likely cleared underbrush, benefiting smaller plant eaters like Thescelosaurus, which darted between its legs for scraps. Fossil trackways hint at occasional encounters with predators, where Ankylosaurus stood its ground rather than fled. Dr. Victoria Arbor, an armored dinosaur specialist, notes its tail club could generate enough force to break the leg of a T-Rex, turning the hunter into the hunted. Imagine a dramatic scene. An Ankylosaurus lumbers near a riverbank, its armored back gleaming under the sun. A young T-Rex, emboldened by hunger, charges from the trees. The Ankylosaurus pivots, lowering its body, its club tail swinging with a thunderous crack that echoes across the plain. The predator retreats, limping, as the armored giant resumes its meal, unfazed by the encounter. Fascinating discoveries. The first Ankylosaurus fossils were discovered in 1906 by Barnum Brown near Hell Creek, Montana, and named by Henry Fairfield Osborn, now housed at the American Museum of Natural History. The holotype specimen, a partial skeleton with armor plates, revealed its unique defenses. More complete finds, like those from Alberta's Dinosaur Provincial Park, uncovered additional details about its tail club and posture. Dr. Paul Sereno, from the University of Chicago, remarks, "Every plate tells a story of survival against a world of predators." CT scans of its skull, conducted at the Royal Tyrrell Museum, show a brain cavity adapted for a low-energy lifestyle, while isotopic analysis of its teeth, published in Journal of Vertebrate Paleontology, suggests a diet rich in low-growing plants. Trackways in Montana indicate it moved in straight lines, possibly to minimize energy expenditure, reinforcing its sedentary nature. Comparisons with modern animals. Think of Ankylosaurus as a blend of a rhinoceros and an armadillo. Its weight and armored hide echo a rhino's bulk, while its bony plates mirror an armadillo's protective shell. Its tail club, capable of delivering a 1,000-pound force, rivals the swing of a baseball bat wielded by a champion. Its beak-like mouth functioned like a parrot's, snipping vegetation, while its estimated lifespan of 30 to 40 years aligns with that of a large tortoise. 3. Modern understanding, 3,600 characters. Ankylosaurus fossils have been unearthed primarily in the Hell Creek and Judith River formations, with key finds in Montana and Alberta. Early 20th century discoveries, like Brown's 1906 specimen, depicted it as a sluggish, tail-dragging beast. By the 1980s, studies of better-preserved skeletons, such as those from Dinosaur Provincial Park, suggested an upright posture and active tail use. Modern methods have refined this picture. CT scanning at the Royal Ontario Museum reveals a robust skull structure, while isotopic analysis from the University of Calgary traces its diet to low-level plants. These findings, detailed in paleontology and Cretaceous research, confirm Ankylosaurus as a terrestrial tank, not a swamp dweller. Advanced 3D modeling estimates its tail club could strike at speeds of 10 miles per hour, 16 kilometers per hour, a weapon honed by evolution. Ongoing excavations in the Hell Creek area continue to yield armor fragments, offering new insights into its defensive adaptations. Unanswered questions linger. Did Ankylosaurus live in small groups for mutual defense, or was it truly solitary? How did it reproduce? Did it nest in protected areas? Emerging technologies like protein sequencing, explored by teams at the University of Alberta, may unlock genetic clues. Ground-penetrating radar could reveal hidden nesting sites, while AI simulations might model its combat efficiency. New digs in underexplored regions like Alaska's North Slope could expand its range, shedding light on its final days before the Cretaceous extinction. Studying Ankylosaurus reveals the ingenuity of life's defenses in a predator-dominated world. Its fossils, from Montana's plains to Alberta's badlands, are testaments to resilience, echoing the armored titan we first imagined. How did it thrive with such a heavy burden? Through evolution's masterpiece of armor and a club tail that turned the tables on hunters. This dinosaur has inspired awe in films like Jurassic World and documentaries like Prehistoric Planet, its armored form a symbol of strength. Its legacy fuels paleontology, connecting us to a time when survival meant innovation. As we marvel at its reconstructed skeletons in museums, we're reminded of Earth's rich tapestry of life. Ankylosaurus, a 35-foot armored giant with a 1,000-pound tail club, ruled the late Cretaceous with resilience. Fossils from Montana to Alberta, studied with CT scans and isotopic analysis, reveal a life of defense and grazing. As Dr. Carpenter said, its armor was nature's shield, a lesson in survival. What new tales will its bones tell? Share this video if you're inspired by this ancient fortress. Let's spread the wonder of the Cretaceous and invite others to explore its mysteries.